Hello, dear students. Once again, Shiksha Mantra is live here after quite a good long time. Actually, there's some problem going on with my throat, and it's very difficult for me to talk to you in a very easy way. Actually, there's some problem in my throat. I'm feeling a bit dizzy while talking, so I can't talk very freely. That's why I wasn't live. Or actually, I failed to keep my commitment in bringing new videos, and I can't regularize my upload. So there's some problem going on, and would have to do with this, whatever it may be. Today, suddenly I have decided that I would start a live session. But for what? This live session is solely related to English grammar, and specifically, it's not learning grammar, but it's about approach. What would be your proper approach? As you have find it out in the title, that how to make every grammar answer correct. Most of the time what happens, you try to answer some grammar problems and you fail to get to it. Now where lies the problem? We have to get deep into the root of the problem to find out a solution. Without getting to the root of the problem, it's really very difficult for us to find out a proper solution. So we must find out the solution, how to make it. And it's very easy. Whenever you are given a grammar question, obviously it's a sentence, and there lies the trick. What you do, what mistake do you make? When you get a grammar question, you treat it as a question. And my trick is, don't treat your grammar question as a question only, rather, treat it as a sentence. Where lies the grammar? Where is the grammar? Most of the time, we fail to consider this. Grammar lies in a sentence. So, when you are in a sentence, the sentence speaks you the grammar of the language. So when you are asked a grammar question, a grammar problem, obviously it is asked through a sentence. Now you have to get to the sentence, and it would provide you the clue to answer. If you have any question regarding what I'm saying, if you have any doubt regarding what I'm saying, you may write it down in the comment section. We are live, and I can answer any your queries here. You may send your queries. You may send your queries here. Now, where lies the problem? The problem lies in the treatment. We fail to treat a question, and the first trick with which would try our best to make a correct approach towards English grammar section, or the section that deals in grammar questions in your exam. Look, it's lockdown time. Everywhere uh, the class is getting disturbed. All over India, the schools are closed. But sooner or later, you would have to face your exam. If you don't like the word exam, we may say evaluation, and it would be there for class 10, class 12. Leave the other classes. I'm not a bit concerned about the lower classes because there the evaluation is not very much essential, or probably you'd get some relaxation there. But what's for class 10 or 12? Our students of class 10 and 12, they are really in a great trouble. And whatever I'm doing now, it's regarding class 9, 10, 11, 12. It's for class 9, 10, 11, 12. So when you have to answer a grammar question, you have to look at the sentence first. Look at the sentence very clearly, very keenly. Why? Because it's the sentence which follows the proper structure, and it's the structure that hides the grammar. So you have to excavate it. You have to find it out. You have to find out what grammar lies there in the question, that is, in the sentence you have been given. So, if you keenly observe the sentence, you would get its meaning, but not the grammar. So, the second step that is very much essential to find out the hidden grammatical elements in a sentence is to find out its verb. Yes, this is the trick that would never fail. Sorry. Actually, it's very difficult for me to talk loudly, so I'm trying to get as much loud as I can. If there's some problem with words, if you with audio, if you can't listen to me properly, you may write it down. I try to repeat it once again. So the first thing for which you must be very much conscious, that is the verb. You'd have to find out the verb first. Find out the verb, and the verb in return will find out everything for you. Why? To know this, you'd have to put yourself a bit deeper into the concept of English grammar. The concept of English grammar is in parts of speech. Now, if you ask me what is a sentence, I would simply reply that a sentence is nothing but a combination of several parts of speeches. So, several parts of speech are combined together to form a sentence. Now, if the combination fails, the sentence would fail. So, the sentence depends on the combination you create. And this combination is the grammar. How they are related to each other, how they are interlinked. If you consider the sentence, suppose here I'm providing you a sentence and it would be easier for you to understand what I'm saying. It is a book. It is a book. A very simple sentence I provided for you. So here, it is a book. All these are units or components of a sentence. And being the components of a sentence, they are interlinked. They have a good relation among them. And I'm saying that this relation is the grammar. Now, how is it? If I consider it is a book, now it and book. Eat a book. These two factors are the same. So, it and a book, their identity is the same. And to make their identity balanced, we have put is. Now, is, that's a verb. And I have asked you to catch the verb first. It is a book, so you have caught is, that's the verb. Now, what is the subject of is? If you ask what is, you'd get the answer it. So it, this is the subject of the verb is. Now, if you say it is what, you'd get a book. So you'd say that this is the object of the verb. But as we know, is, this is a copulative verb. And a copulative verb does not have a verb, rather, it has a complement. So a book is a complement for is. Now, if we consider a book, this is actually a description of it. We are clarifying what it is. We are saying that it is a book. So we are clarifying it as a book. Now, a book is a noun, but it, that's a pronoun. Whereas here, a book, this is working as a description. So its way of presenting is, you may say that it's like an adjective. Okay, but this is a noun complement. Complement can be both adjective and a noun, but here a book is a noun complement. So when you tug the verb of a sentence, the whole grammar in the sentence comes into your grip. So you have to tag the verb, and the verb would provide you the grammar in the sentence. So, how much you may try to get the grammar, if you don't tag the verb, you won't get the grammar. So, let's make a slogan here. Don't tag the verb, won't get the grammar. Don't tag the verb, won't get the grammar. But if we just make an opposite for this, then tag the verb, get the grammar. Why to get negative? Why to say don't, won't? Leave those not and no's. It's not good. I don't like to get those nots and no's in a sentence, though, for the sake of some discussion, I've told it first, but now it's better to say tag the verb, get the grammar. So, or grab the grammar. So, that is why to have the verb is so much important. Now, if you uh, go to a particular grammar question, suppose I say, he plays football. Now you have been asked to transform it into passive voice. You play football. And now you have been asked to transform it into passive voice. Now what would you do? You would have to make passive for he plays football. Now from where to begin? Just follow the steps. Read the sentence well. Don't treat it as voice change. Treat it only as a sentence. And I'd show you how you'd get each and every component of voice change, and you can make it very easily. Okay, so if we begin with the sentence he plays football, would first get what? Would first get the verb. So plays, this is the verb. Now what's there in plays? If we get to it, plays means it has a subject. Who plays? He. So he is the subject of the verb play. Plays what? Football. So object. Now you have get the construction subject, verb, object. He, subject, plays, verb, football, object. So the sentence contains subject, verb, object. Clear subject, verb, and object. So this is assertive sentence because to transform active into passive, we must know the types of the sentence as well. So the first consideration, the verb, then subject and object of the verb, then the consideration is types of the sentence, and we have found out that this is assertive sentence. So the first part is done. Still we have do a lot of things with the verb. The second part is how to get to the tense or the passive structure of the verb. So you have to grab the tense. Please. Again, verb would come into effect. Without having the concept of the verb, it's very difficult to get to the tense of the sentence. I want to say tense of the verb. Time of the verb, but tense of the sentence. Just remember it, it's very essential. If you want to have a discussion regarding this, I would make a special session tomorrow regarding time and tense. We get time of the verb, but tense of the sentence. Don't say tense of the verb. I don't like it. I don't think it's true. So if you want such a discussion tomorrow, you may write it down there in the comment section below. So if there's demand, I'll discuss on it, whatever it may be. So let's shift to what I'm discussing. So when I get please, so the verb is in simple present tense. So following the verb, I got to the tense of the sentence. It's in simple present. So finally, I got every component, each and every component that I need to transform the sentence into its passive form. Now I transform the subject into object and object into subject. That is, football would come first, then the verb would be transformed into is passive form. So plays means football is played. He would be transformed into is objective form, that is him, and there you'd add by. So football is played by him. Now, if you have to check whether this is really a passive sentence or not, don't go after by or him. Rather, you'd have to go after the verb again, is played. So that's a passive construction. That is a passive construction of the verb play. So it's done. You have transformed the active sentence into passive sentence. The same thing happens for nourishing change and many other. So whenever you are doing something in English grammar, whenever you are solving an English grammar question, there you don't have any other alternative but to grab the verb first, because the theory is very simple. Grab the verb, grab the grammar. Grab the verb, grab the grammar. Remember it. Sorry, it's not grab. I've forgotten it. Tug the verb. Yeah. Tug the verb, grab the grammar. Tug the verb, grab the grammar. So from now on, you have to recite it again and again. Remember it and follow the instructions to get to the proper answer, and you'd be very much sure of what you have written. There won't be any confusion. You won't have to get confused whether I'm right or not. You'd always be right. There won't be any chance to get wrong if you grab this, if you tug the verb properly, if you learn how to get to the verb and then to the grammar of the sentence and how to solve the grammar problems. So that's it. That's all for today. Uh, Actually, I have dragged myself quite beyond my capacity. My throat has already started troubling me. So let's stop here. Would return tomorrow again at 9 to discuss about verb tense in live session of Shiksha Mantra. So stay tuned. Do visit tomorrow at 9 Shiksha Mantra and have the details of tense and time, a very basic concept in a very new light. Thank you. Thank you for watching.